right, for sure. All right, people. How's it going? It's the West Side Speakeasy podcast and reaction channel, episode number 3, right here with Moko Tattoo.
Tigre, what's up, everybody?
How's it going, man? I want to say a big shout out to all the new subscribers. I think we're up to about 55.
Yep, thank you to everybody subscribing, liking, leaving a comment. We appreciate all the interaction, man. Thank you.
So for those that are just tuning in, go ahead and like and subscribe so that way we can get the algorithm going. Just a little bit about us, just some young raza out here, just,
in an undisclosed location in Los Angeles, the beautiful city of Los Angeles.
You can read it right here, man. You're getting a little idea, right? So that's about it, man. So we're going to go right ahead and get into it. But before we do, I would like to give a little shout out to all the commenters, you know what I mean?
Yep, everybody.
So real quick, we got Mark McBride out there in Australia.
Thank you, Mark. Appreciate the comment.
Good looking now, man. He was showing me some videos, dog.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, of some kangaroos. Like, they'll be up on the freeway.
Oh, yeah? They be taking over the freeway out there?
They just be dipping. And like out here we got deer, you know what I mean? When you drive out to like AZ or some shit, you might see some deer or something. But that's
AZ,
more...
yeah, you might catch a snake or something. But
yeah. No, well, yeah, it depends on where in AZ, right? Because
yeah.
I want to say like in, what is it, like Kingsman?
I think up more
like,
towards the north than AZ.
Yeah, it gets like...
Kingsman and Flagstaff,
like,
maybe.
It gets really woody out there, dog.
Yeah.
But yeah, you talking about like desert, dog, because to get to AZ, you got to go through the like, what, Needles and all that?
Yep, the 10th freeway straight down.
Yeah, that's just way too hot for me, dog, because, like I said before, you see the west right there, so I'm real close to the beach, dog. I'm way more used to that type of weather, dog.
Yeah, for sure. Cali, we got that good weather.
So anyways, man, big shout out to Marky out there in Australia. We got Luis Lucero. He said, great show, great topics.
Shout out to Luis, man.
Good looking out. He says, yeah, we are not alone. I agree. The military don't let you say anything. I think he was trying to say about when we were talking about that one dude. Was it the Area 51?
Bob Lazar, maybe? I think
Bob Lazar, yeah, that he just like kind of like...
he came out with the story that he worked on these craft before.
Yeah, definitely. So big shout out to you, Luis Lucero. And then we got George Gonzalez. Oh, that's the homie right there, out there in Lennox, man.
Yep, shout out to George.
Salute, dog. We're going to have you on the podcast, man. We definitely... he be doing like little music things.
Oh, nice. Yeah, definitely get him on.
He got that one song, So Rough, So Tough. You heard about that one?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. And then Rest in Peace Dumps is on there.
Okay, yep.
Yeah, and then the guy, I think, I want to say they had a...
West Mosquene's on there.
Yep. And somebody out in East LA, Estrada Courts, I think. I could be wrong, man. I could be wrong.
Correct.
And then I want to say somebody in the Harbor area. So
like that,
so he was kind of like somebody that like brought it together to make it happen.
That's cool.
Yeah. So shout out to you, my G. Like I said, we're going to have you one of these days. It says, Johnny K, man, good looking out, bro. He said, rest in peace, German. Yup, I agree with you on that one. Let's see. Ashley Sandoval said, wow, so cool. Just subscribe.
Yep, shout out to Ashley.
Yeah, good looking out. Jose Moreno says, I'm just ghetto. I'm going to think my phone is tapped. Had me dead. That's the homie. I think I know who that is, dog. That's the homie that's way. Yeah, man, we got to keep that hood instinct out here, dog. Like, it's kind of like one of those things, like, sometimes it's better to have, like, street smarts, right?
A little bit, yep.
Well, yeah,
keep you
safe out here. Got to
here.
have some, you know what I mean? At least in LA, you right.
Yeah,
maybe out in Kentucky or something. I don't know, dog.
Yeah, it might be a little different out there, but out here, keep you safe.
And then we got the West Factory. Hey, shout out to the
West
Factory.
West Factory, man. Shout out to the boys.
Yep, your boy Smurf, the homie Charlie, Lil Man.
Yep, shout out to everybody.
As a matter of fact, dog, Little Man. So you know how we just started off and we just go. I would like Little Man to make a beat for us, dog.
Oh, a little intro beat for us.
Yeah.
Like that? Yeah,
I'm gonna hit him up. Maybe we can trade, man.
Yeah, maybe.
You see, it says Moko Tattoo, so I'm gonna hit up Little Man. I'm like, hey man, check this out. I'll tattoo you up or something.
Yeah.
Maybe you can make a beat for us. That'd be kind of cool, right?
Beat. Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be smooth.
So man, shout out to him. And then his comment was, once I heard a story that Bigfoot was Cain, since he was banned from the Garden of Eden and was punished by having to roam the world.
Oh, what? I never heard of that one, but that's kind of interesting too.
Yeah,
maybe I'll look into that. I never heard of Cain being Bigfoot.
And it makes sense, dog. Like, like having to roam the world because Bigfoot is like, he's only sighted, right? Like out in the
So he's talking about Cain from the Bible, right? Like Cain and Abel, the one who killed his brother,
I could imagine.
I'm pretty sure that's what he's talking about. Yeah, I never heard of that one. I'm going to look into that. I'll look into that for sure.
And it makes sense, like the whole roaming type shit. But let me see, and then Luis Lucero had commented again. He said, "R.I.P. George Foreman. We lost the great."
Yes, definitely lost the great with R.I.P. George.
Yeah, so we definitely lost the great right there, and so that was with sports with the last episode, right?
Yep, when we talked about him. Yep.
So should we go right ahead and get into the sports?
Yeah, we can get into sports. Why not? For sure. Today, let's start in MLB, where the Dodgers beat the Angels 4-1. We also have the Twins beating the Rockies 5-3. We have the Marlins beat the Yanks 4-2.
Wait, the Marlins?
Yep.
Who are they again?
The Marlins, the Seattle Marlins, where Ken Griffey Jr. used to play.
Oh, with the little fish.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we have the Guardians beating the Diamondbacks 3-2. We have the Cubs beat the Braves 4-2, and we also have the Giants beating the Tigers 4-3.
Okay.
That was MLB. In the NBA today, we have Magic beating the Hornets 111-104. We have the Pistons beating the Spurs 122-96. We have the Heat taking on the Warriors. They beat them 112-86.
Okay.
We have the Knicks against the Mavericks. The Knicks beat them 128-113. We have the Rockets beating the Hawks 121-114.
Okay.
We have the Grizzlies beating Utah 140-103. 140, that's a lot of points.
Yeah, most definitely.
We have Cavaliers beating the Trailblazers 122-111. And we'll finish it off with Thunder beating the Kings 121-105. Thunder's been hot the last 2 seasons, man. They've been hot.
No shit. Did they make the playoffs and all that?
Yeah, they made the playoffs. They got a couple of like just role players and a couple of like one all-star like Jay Gilgeous-Alexander. He's a baller. And then from there we could take it on to some kind of sad news for us out here at USC. Juju, unfortunately, tore her ACL. She'll be out for the rest of the tournament. That sucks for her.
Damn.
You know, we're wishing her a fast recovery. Hopefully she get back on that court soon because she was busting ass, you know. And then the last subject on sports, I feel we have to cover it. Unfortunately, it's a little touchy subject. It's about Cain Velasquez. You know who Cain is?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man. Unfortunately, you know, Cain was sentenced to 5 years for what he did. Unfortunately, and it's an ugly situation. I don't know if you heard about it. You want to speak on it a little bit?
Yeah. That's on the UFC wrestler.
Correct. The UFC, the ex-UFC champion, heavyweight champion.
Yeah.
Cain
For
Velasquez.
those that don't know, I guess was it like his son's sport coach or something?
I think it was a daycare center or something like that. Something like that, where unfortunately, very foul and disgusting acts, you know, were committed against one of his kids. And he reacted like any father would react in a rage, you know, trying to kill the person who did that, understandably. Yeah. And unfortunately, he was just sentenced to 5 years.
Yeah, that's something you can't take back, dog. Like, you know, like a cut or heal and all that, dog. But when it's like that kind of shit, dog.
I don't blame him at all. Me, personally, I feel he should not do 1 day in jail for what he did. I believe any father would have acted just the way he acted. It's unfortunate that the justice system doesn't see that there's circumstances to the rage he had. I believe it's very unfair that they're giving him 5 years. I don't believe he deserves to spend not 1 night in jail. That's just my personal opinion.
No, personally, he should have never been in jail, dog.
Yeah, I feel it's wrong.
I get it, maybe for like a week because they had to figure things out. But
correct.
At the end of the day, they should have been like, you know what? Like, I'm pretty sure maybe like in different countries, dog, or maybe even a different state, there's like a word for that, dog, like where it's like a rage type thing.
Right. There has to be certain type of
like something, right? That will like let
there has to be
the father like
that's
like some understanding
that's a
type
different
shit.
Circumstance right there where there has to be a way that the court sees, okay, he was obviously acting in a rage, an understandable rage at that. Yeah. It's understandable that he was acting in a rage. But yeah, very unfortunate that he has to go sit down, you know, any type of time. Unfortunate for him. He's a good man, you know, he's always been like a real family man, very humble. You know, he won the UFC championship against Brock Lesnar when he beat Brock up.
Okay.
That was a great fight. That was a great one for everybody who watched. And then he lost his belt to Junior Dos Santos in the next fight. But then he fought Junior Dos Santos 2 more times where he beat the brakes off of him. He beat the brakes off of him for 5 rounds the next 2 fights. One of the best of all time. One of the greatest to ever do it.
And the greatest father. And the greatest father.
We're wishing you nothing but good luck, man. Hopefully, you know, this they let you out soon, man.
Yeah. I think he already did some years, dog. So he should be getting out like in a year or something.
Hopefully, man. Hopefully,
real soon, dog. I'm sure he's hold. Well, obviously he can hold ground, dog. You know,
yeah,
he's a fucking fighter.
It'll be pretty dumb to try to test him like at least fisticuffs.
But I could imagine him being him. You know, people are just gonna respect
100%.
the whole entire situation, dog. And I believe they had I had seen, I think it was on one of the YouTube Yada people.
Yeah.
That they had put him in PC or whatever because of his celebrity status.
Maybe they put him in special like treatment or something.
Of course, and I think that's only right, dog. He's not a gang member, you know.
Yeah, that makes sense. He's a civilian
he's a civilian that did the right thing, dog.
100%. I agree with that. 100%. He did the right thing.
And I feel like they're doing the right thing too. They're probably just trying to. Honestly, dog, I won't be surprised if like the Huda in there, dog.
They better look out for him.
They probably do, dog.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? They
treat
him like probably like the same, but at the same time they don't. You feel me? They probably like, man, you know what?
See, that's a touchy subject. Let's say this: would you consider him a criminal? I mean, personally, I don't consider him a criminal.
No, I think he was protecting his family.
I believe he acted like any father would act, and I believe, in that circumstance, he acted correctly. So I wouldn't see him as a criminal, and I would hate for him to be treated like a criminal.
Most definitely, dog, and you know, like. You know, the whole fight, honestly, like, I completely agree as far as, like, him. He shouldn't have done any time. But, you know, talking about the other YouTubers, I was listening to Dubs, and he did, like, I guess, life in prison.
Shout out to him.
Yeah, shout out to him. He's like a prison genre type YouTuber, you know, for those that don't know. I think it's like Dubess. I could be wrong, maybe. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. But shout out to him. But he had mentioned that because he did life. So he was kind of like, you know what, like, getting 5 years for that's not too shabby.
So what are they charging with? An attempted murder?
I think attempted murder.
I know he shot at the vehicle where the guy was in and he was chasing him down.
Yeah, and I guess there was somebody else in there, dog. Right. So I don't know if the guy got hit or whatever.
Yeah.
But
see, right there, I feel that's collateral damage. I don't feel like, unfortunately, you were driving the piece of shit, right, who was doing that, and unfortunately you got hit. I don't see Cain at all, like, liable for that or guilty for that. Unfortunately, you were driving the piece of shit. Hey, your collateral damage, it happened.
Yeah, I mean, definitely whatever heat the next person has and you're right next to him, you're going to feel the same heat, dog.
Yeah, well, 100%. You got this guy you got him in your truck trying to get away from something. Hey, you're just as liable to me.
And this shit kind of reminds me on this whole Cain Velasquez, since we're in the same subject.
Right.
There was these two brothers. Oh, you know, was it a brother or was it a friend? I'm not sure, but I want to say this was in Texas. I know some of you guys going to remember this, especially it was like off on TikTok, dog. Mm-hmm. So it was like I must say it was like a friend, and then it was like two brothers, and then they had a sister, dog.
Okay.
So what happened was that their mom's boyfriend was doing some funky shit too, dog.
Another one, yeah.
Yeah, but they hit him, dog.
They got him?
They did their thing. I think they beat him to then, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, okay.
They offed him by beating him down, I think.
And see, those kids, I don't feel they're liable either. Those kids shouldn't do no time in there either.
I want to say they got out. I got to double check for anybody that knows. Yeah, go right ahead and comment on that.
Let us know if those kids did time, if they were found guilty, because even me, I feel like those kids, they're not liable for that. They did exactly what any kid that's old enough to defend his family would do, I feel.
No, well, that's what I'm saying. I think in the courts, I could be wrong. Just correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they said something about that it was because, like, basically, like, because they were protecting their sister.
Right.
They went, I think they let them go, dog.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, to me, that makes sense. They're protecting their family.
They're protecting the sister. 100%. Like, they did, whatever they did was in protection of the sister.
Right. It wasn't they were acting out of just, like, violence.
Yeah, they just made it up and shit.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Right.
So it reminds me a lot about that, and you know what, dog, in the comments, dog, and that goes for Velasquez, man. Like, everybody's just, they're like, why is he even, like, he should be free? Like, where's this GoFundMe? Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, where's a petition so that we could freaking, like,
how many people need to sign a petition so he can
get his ass out? You know what I mean?
100%.
So they're only doing what's right, dog. So yeah, man. So most definitely tragic, but hey, man, you know what? Karma works its way. And you know they'll be okay, dog. You know, as far as all those that are doing the heroic actions, dog.
Right.
But before we end the whole sports, I was gonna say you said it was Angels and Dodgers.
Right. Yeah, today they played.
That was today. I thought they played yesterday.
They played yesterday too.
Oh shit!
Yesterday the Angels beat the Dodgers. Today the Dodgers beat the Angels.
Oh. So they're pretty 50-50, man.
Yeah,
you hear
they're going back and forth. They're going back and forth.
Let us know, man. What you Angels fans or you some Dodger fans?
Or any team. Drop it on the comments.
Let us know, man. Let us know, dog. You're Dodgers, right?
Yep.
Okay. Just double checking. Because, you know, like I was telling you last time, for Little League, I was California Angels, dog.
Oh, that's right. You mentioned that. Shout out to Big Happy, the homie Big Happy. He's an Angels fan. Shout out to Big Happy.
Shout out Big Happy, man. But yeah, man. So I'm gonna get a CA, dog.
Nice.
Yeah. The original logo I want to say was like a CA with like a halo on top.
I remember it. I remember the original Angel logo, correct?
Yep. That shit kind of reminds me of the homie. Rest in peace, dog. Lil Shadow, dog. He passed away, years ago. He was a really good homie, dog. He was really cool. He had a really big heart, and he has a son, dog. So, anyways, the Lil Shadow, he had that same tattoo.
Oh, okay, the CA.
He had a CA, dog, and recently his son was talking about he wanted to get that
CA
tatted.
Right there?
Yeah.
Cool.
And I like that because, like I said, I want to get that myself, dog. So definitely gonna have to make that happen. Probably in black and white though. But before we end the sports, you said the Lakers. What would you say about the Lakers?
The Lakers, that was yesterday. The Lakers lost yesterday.
Oh, okay. Let us know, man, if you guys are Laker fans, Clipper fans,
Celtics fans, anybody. Who you guys
what
going
was
for?
the Oh no, that's football, right? The Chargers was football.
That's football.
Yeah. All right, cool. Sounds good. As far as sports, how about the okay? So we're real close by the SoFi Stadium, and I want to say there was some. Was it Mexico?
Yep. Mexico played against, who was it, Panama, I think? For the finals.
So.
They beat them too, if I'm correct.
They won, that's right.
Mexico won the finals. Yeah.
And it was pretty turned up, dog. I seen all over my Instagram.
It got pretty wild, huh?
Yeah. Follow me on Instagram, man. Moco Tattoo. But, yeah, dog, everybody on the timeline, on the stories, dog, they were just up at the game, dog.
Yeah, it looked pretty turned up.
It was, I know, like, about 5 or 6, I'm telling you, I was just scrolling, I'm like, damn, everybody's up at that game, dog.
Yeah, everybody was there.
You know the hot dog lady was making money, dog.
Everybody making money.
Hey, what's up with the hot dog lady, though? I heard they be kind of pricey, man.
You know how it goes. They got to get their money, too.
Yeah.
You know? $15 dogs now or crazy $20 hot dogs. You know how it goes.
Yeah, I'm more of a taco person. I don't really fuck with hot dogs.
I'll find me a taco spot.
Luckily, I got the wifey, man. Shout out to the wifey, man.
Yep.
Yeah, it was our 9-year anniversary,
dog. Oh, man. Shout out to you guys, man.
Yeah.
Happy anniversary.
Yeah, she'll make hot dogs, dog. I just eat her hot dogs. Fuck all that shit, dog. But yeah. Anyways, let us know, man. Let us know in the comments if these hot dogs, they selling these hot dogs for expensive or what? Or am I just being cheap? Let me know, dog. Let me know.
Everything pricey.
Everything pricey like the eggs, bro.
Yep.
Let's before we move on to whatever we gotta move on to, how you feel about them eggs, dog? How you feel about the prices today?
I feel like just like everything else, they're just trying to gouge us for as much as they can. That's what I feel.
Right, dog? And it's like they worried about all this other shit, this whole immigration shit. When we got like prices are sky high, dog.
On everything right now.
And then imagine trying to buy a house, dog.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Right now, like in LA, dog. Like
that's
really
ridiculous. Houses are ridiculous out here.
It's like, how you gonna do it, dog? That's what they say. Like you see a meme and it says, if you want to live out here in LA, you gotta have a job, a side hustle, and a little more somehow.
Somehow, yeah.
And your girl gotta work too.
100%. And you guys are barely getting by.
That's wild, dog. For real. The hustle is real out here, dog.
100%. Shout out to all the hardworking people.
Yeah, shout out to the everyday, because those are most likely the people that are gonna be listening to us, dog.
100%. Shout out to everybody.
They're gonna be right there in the office with the little earpiece.
Shout out to everybody working in the DMV. Shout out to everybody working for the city. Shout out to everybody, man. Thank you for your guys' service. I know you guys don't hear that a lot, but thank you guys, man.
Hell yeah. So what was the next thing? What did we want to get into? Like a hot topic or because there's all kinds of shit.
Yeah, we can get into a hot topic, whatever you want to get into. You want to get into
yeah, you know what? Before we get into any more, like to a deeper topic or like a conspiracy, I want to give a big shout out to Young Dopey and KO, dog.
Shout out to Young Dopey. Shout out to them.
Yeah, I was listening to their album release party.
Okay.
But like online, like basically they were doing exactly what we were doing.
Okay,
but they were showing their songs, dog.
Right.
And they definitely had some jammers, dog.
Nice.
Definitely like 3 or 4 of them sounded dope as fuck.
Cool. Shout out to the fellas, man, making that music.
Hell yeah, man. And then also he had another podcast, I want to say the day before.
Okay.
And he was with some rapper out of Gardena.
Oh, nice. Yep.
Baby Bounce.
Baby Bounce. Yeah, shout out to Baby Bounce.
So that was pretty cool. I was listening to that one as well. And before we continue on, I want to make sure I get all my shout out. And shout out on Instagram, Gang Strikes. That's the homie. He's the apprentice right there at the shop, dog.
Okay.
Yeah. He's also from the Gardena area, dog.
Nice. Shout out to him too. And
okay, sweet, dog. Let's go right ahead. And so I was noticing lately, dog.
Mm-hmm.
So there's DJ Vlad.
Oh yeah, DJ Vlad, the guy who interviews people.
Yeah. So he's been having a lot of interviews lately, dog.
Okay.
So I'm gonna ruffle some feathers with this one, dog.
Ruffle them feathers, ruffle them up.
So let me break it down real quick. So DJ Vlad, he's like a podcaster, and he's been known to kind of be controversial as far as the kind of questions he asks.
Okay.
For those that don't know, you know what I mean? So go ahead, search him up after this, look him up. I'm sure it'll pop out like thousands of views.
Right.
Thousands of views. And I just kind of noticed, dog. So we're talking about this, I want to say the last episode, about that whole drawdown operation. It was like a sting with the other YouTube celebrities.
Okay, yes,
Big
correct.
U,
With the
Loose
Big
Cannon,
U and the whole little jumper fiasco.
Brick Baby. Yeah, that whole thing, right?
Thing. Yep.
I noticed that ever since that happened, this was like coming out like on all kinds of interviews, dog. Like he's getting interviewed now.
Who?
DJ Vlad. He came out in Bootleg Kev.
Okay.
No Jumper, and then today he was like on another one. Yeah, dog.
Okay.
So he kind of made like, what's up? Is that
why
kind of weird? Like,
rounds
all of a sudden?
Yeah, why you doing his rounds? Yeah,
that's kind of weird, man. But whatever, dog. I listen to him. They're pretty cool. He definitely gives me like Square Bear type vibes, you know.
Okay.
I could see where it's because I kind of feel like with that whole controversy as far as like No Jumper.
Yep.
What's his name? Adam 22
Adam
and
16. Yep.
And DJ Vlad.
Right.
I kind of feel like they don't really get messed with, and they feel they can do all that because not only do they have the money, and you know they're like white boys and shit.
Right. You
know what I mean? And no offense, like I don't ever
it is what it is, right? But
you get me, right?
Yeah.
So because of that, even if somebody did want to touch them in any type of way, I don't think they would, because it's like you're basically risking it, because obviously they're gonna be tied up and like a phone call away to the Huda.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you think they work with authorities?
You know what's crazy, dog? It is just today I seen on Instagram. I swear, and we were just fucking talking about it last night, dog. He says like something about the Huda went and I don't know, they went to go talk to him, dog.
Oh, okay.
To Adam 22.
Yeah, the 16.
I think it was like on the food community. Shout out to the food community.
Shout out to the food community, yeah.
Or was it You Ain't Hard Food? Shout out to all the food pages.
Yeah, to all the food pages for sure.
And it was just right now, like before we started, dog, and it says something about that he's gonna fill us in tomorrow or the day after. So we'll let you guys know on a couple days when we do the next podcast. But yeah, that they got at him, dog. And remember, we were just talking about that. Like, I just can't see how there's a whole sting operation, dog.
Right.
Like this whole like YouTubers, you know, like
the black, everybody.
I guess they're like Black Gang affiliates or whatever.
Right.
And how they weren't like, I'm in my head, I'm like, they have to have. Look, when you grow up in LA in the hood, you have an idea of stuff. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, even you just by being friends with someone, you're affiliated.
100%.
Just like that. It doesn't matter. So I just couldn't put that in my head. I'm like, how are all these guys getting stung? And they all were in the same podcast as these two guys.
Right. I'm probably sure they're going to use some of the footage like...
No, 100%. But I'm saying the
guys... talking about stuff they did, which is ridiculous. Don't be talking about no crimes online, man.
Yeah. No,
that's not smart.
Definitely. We'll get into that right now. So... I guess he said that, so that makes sense. But me personally, I think that they're so not law-abiding. They're so up on game as far as like not getting fucked off that they have lawyers on call, dog. That's my opinion. 100%. I don't know. I can't really put a dot on it, dog. I just feel like if the Huda was to come up to them, I think they'll have it so sold up to the point where they're like, you know what, you got to talk to my lawyer off top.
I believe that they'll cooperate. I believe that they'll cooperate.
I definitely think they'll cooperate, especially if like they're gonna be like, talk to my lawyer, and if the lawyer's like, hey, you should cooperate so that way nothing happens to you, then I mean, without a doubt they'll do it, dog. 100%. You know what I mean? Because they're gonna just be like, well, this is our job and this is this, and you know what I mean, kind of shit, dog. So,
right.
Yeah, man. So now we could get into that whole like, yeah, definitely stay. Don't even mention like what type of affiliations you have. Don't even mention that you got this.
We shouldn't be talking about nothing streets on no internet, nothing like that.
Because I forgot. I think it was Charleston White, dog.
Oh, that's another controversial guy.
Yeah, we'll get into him later. So Charleston White is some crazy, like lazy-eyed, like what is he, like a
I guess he would be like a influencer / podcaster, I guess. A comedian?
Entertainer.
Whatever.
Yes,
entertainer, yep.
Who says like way out shit, like really way out shit. He's really open about snitching and all that. I think his slogan is tell to get out of jail. And he's serious as a heart attack.
Yeah, no,
dog.
I know he is.
Yeah,
I know he is. He'll tell for sure.
So he was the one that had mentioned that, dog, like where he said like a high percentage of, lately, as far as like police, the law, like gathering information, dog.
Right.
I think the top information now is social media.
They just have to look at everybody telling on themselves. They don't even have to like do research no more. They just Google or Instagram and YouTube, and they see all the crimes happening as they're recording them.
And you know what? Like I smelt it, dog. Like I smelt it like around like 2018, dog. Like around then, I think I want to say it was like the beginning of like of all that, like where people were just getting hit off of social media, dog. Like probably even before that. I could be wrong. It could be even more longer than that. But I want to say around then, dog, is when I started noticing like that kind of shit, dog.
A lot of people, incriminating themselves. That's the thing. A lot of people are incriminating themselves with when he's Adam 16 asking these dumb questions, I feel he has cop tactics when he asks these questions. I always feel he tries to play the good cop. If you guys know about the good cop and bad cop, he always tries to play the good cop. Oh, he goes with his little questions. He fishes with his little questions to try to get it out of people.
But you know what, dog? At the same time, like, these are like gang members that he's interviewing, right? So nobody obviously is putting a gun to their head, dog, making them talk, dog.
For sure.
So it's like...
I think sometimes it's part of the being there in the moment where you want to make the interview kind of, exciting, not just be a boring cat where they just, talk a little bit too much.
Yeah, but they don't have to do all that, dog. Like, he's not making them do all that, dog.
Right.
But like you said, it's the spur of the moment. They're getting paid, you know what I mean? And they probably do it once a little bit, and then the next time they do it a little more. And next you know, dog, they're just full-fledged fucking comfortable with talking like wild like that, dog.
Right. I just feel like Adam 16, he's an instigator, and I don't rock with that guy or nothing he stands for. I believe he's a low character individual. I wouldn't be able to be around somebody like that. You couldn't pay me to be around somebody like that, honestly. If you're willing to do that with your wife, I got no respect for you. You're basura, straight trash, and it's a shame that, I'm not even going to go in harder like I should, but yeah, I don't rock with that guy at all.
I agree, dog. I agree. He definitely doesn't give a flying F about anything, dog.
Nothing.
And it's all
Everything
about the views and the money. Which I get it. In a businessman perspective, I get it, dog. I get it.
Yeah, that's cool, but I believe we should have morals and,
No, definitely, dog. Especially because once you have like a certain like amount of viewers...
Right.
Like you say, like you start becoming like an influencer.
Right.
Yeah,
there's a little responsibility.
You gotta kind of like, oh shit, like people are actually looking up to what I'm saying, and then you start getting a little touchy. Like, man, you don't want to say something or lead anything in the wrong way. At least if you care. If you don't care, you don't give a care. Like,
you could just be
again,
like that.
Charles Day White,
or Adam 16. Whatever.
Adam 16, his co-person, Whack 100, who's another one that's pretty open, just openly saying crazy shit.
Yeah, that's out.
Who also isn't my favorite because he has said stuff kind of like towards Raza.
Yeah,
just some funny.
Yeah, we ain't gotta get into that, but I know.
Nah, I'm just keeping it a buck, dog, off of what I seen online. This is no secret, dog.
Yeah, it's out there. The videos are out there.
People and this was a while back, so not to stir anything up, dog. I'm just keeping it a thou wow. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And that's why he's just I'm not favored with him. Right. And then he does talk a lot online, like crazy way out shit. Like, so they had a whole interview where it was DJ Vlad, Whack 100, I think Academics, I think it was.
Academics?
I'm not even sure. I have no idea. Yeah, I'm not too educated as far as that. And Adam 16 or 22, whatever it is. And which was crazy because I was watching another interview, and this is all like within the same days that I'm getting educated with all this. That Whack 100 and I think DJ Vlad, they weren't like on the same page. They didn't see eye to eye, dog. So they actually had like
they sat down,
dog, like which is kind of weird too, right? It's like all of a sudden this whole thing, and now you guys are like, I don't know, maybe I'm tripping. I'm thinking a little too hard. Let me know, dog. Let us know what you guys think about this whole situation, man. I'm ready to close it because, I mean, we could keep going on and on
with that.
Because they got so much shit. They've been so long in this game.
It's a circus.
It's a circus, dog. It's definitely a circus. I just wanted to definitely touch on the whole, like, fact that I can't see how they haven't gotten, like, hit by the cops.
Right.
And obviously today, before, like I said, dog, he said that the cops approached him.
Right.
And that he'll fill us in or whatever. So I'm definitely gonna look forward to that because I'm interested. Because like I said, that was my whole thing. I was like, how are you not fucking getting?
You guys are the only ones that haven't been touched.
Yeah, that
by
makes
law
no
enforcement.
sense, dog. Like
Right,
I'm telling you, just by knowing somebody,
Right.
you know. And but yeah, bro. So we'll wait on that. We'll let you guys know on the next episode about how that plays out.
100%.
And then we got who else was we had the Charleston White, like we said, he's just a crazy character. Andrew Tate.
Yeah, that's another guy who's getting a little annoying, honestly, to me. At least to me, in my personal opinion. At first, I believe he was cool. The message was all right. It's a lot of character, a lot of just talking macho shit. And now the last few things I heard from him is just way out shit too. Another one. The last interview that I heard, he's talking some crazy shit. Talking that he would like his 18-year-old daughter to marry a 55-year-old billionaire. And I'm like, there you go. Now you talking crazy
some things
shit
just
too.
don't mix.
Come on, bro. What are you talking about?
So before we go in on that, dog, like I always like to kind of refresh everybody.
Yeah, give everybody a little background.
Yeah, because we don't want to go in this and you guys are like, what the fuck are these people talking about?
Who's that anyways? Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So Andrew Tate is like some tall, bald dude, and he's an influencer. He's definitely an influencer. I think that's what he started off originally.
They call him a red pill influencer, I guess.
What's
something
that?
Like that. It's the red pill the red pill community is like the manosphere, like where people just basically, he's like the king of the manosphere, where everybody who's in the manosphere, they just kind of bash women a lot.
Oh shit!
Yeah, they get annoying. Honestly, it gets a little bit annoying.
That's good to know. I didn't know about that one. Okay, red pill influencer.
Yep.
So yeah, and so basically, like a couple of years ago, actually maybe like even 3-4 years ago, he was making TikToks.
Yep, going viral.
Little shorts on Instagram. As a matter of fact, I noticed a lot of younger people looked up to him. And when I say younger, I want to say from like teenage years to about like 28. Something like that, right?
Something like that.
Right. Me personally, dog, I'm in my mid-30s, dog, and I feel like from my age on up, I don't feel the way he's saying. I don't about 50-50, dog, 50% of whatever he's saying, dog, I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about?
Yeah, for sure. It's a lot of flamboyant jargon of alpha shit where it's like it's not real life. It's not real life.
Yeah,
it's like a character he's playing, I feel.
Yeah, and only like a young person would fall for that shit, right?
I feel maybe a young person who doesn't unfortunate to say, like, doesn't have a father figure or something, because like this guy is just
or confident problems.
Right, that's another one. People who ain't confident to talk to women, or they'll look for somebody like him. I feel anybody who's got a little bit of right mind in their head, they can see through it. Yeah,
definitely. Especially somebody like a little older.
A little older, for sure,
So Andrew Tate, just look him up and you'll get what I'm saying. He probably has like millions of views on certain stuff. Whatever. So about 3-4 years ago, I guess, I don't know, man. See, this is where it's controversial, dog. Like, it's like, damn, dog. Like, he has such an impact that I want to say they banned him from like the social media, no?
Right, they have banned him from other platforms.
Yeah, dog. So he had that much of an impact, or I don't know how. I guess he was like, too many young people probably were like listening into him, and I feel like the older people or like the higher power people were probably like, you know what, this was just spreading too much like negativity. I'm not even sure, dog.
So what it was, honestly, I feel he had a message, right? And he had a target audience. It was these young men who they've made them very feminine lately. The younger generation, they're not real manly men, and they were looking for somebody to like kind of like a manly hero. And here came Andrew Tate to be that manly hero towards these young kids who feel they don't have a voice. That's what I feel.
Because I have a nephew, dog. Shout out to my nephew. He's probably going to be pissed that I'm even saying this, but I really don't care, dog. So he was like, really, you could tell he was like a fan of Andrew Tate.
Really into it, yeah.
And I was like, man, this young fool don't know, dog. Like,
right.
Whatever he's saying, that's not going to get you no fucking kitty, dog.
Yeah, like, for sure. At least not no long-term kitty.
At least not in my opinion, dog. You know what I mean? He's kind of spinning these fantasies, dog. But I'm a yin yang. I'm a, what do you call it?
The yin and the yang. Yeah.
Or the devil's advocate.
Mm-hmm. Devil's advocate.
He does have some. He does have some facts, dog.
100%. He has good points where he talks about like working out, cleaning, being clean and carrying yourself like a man.
Yeah,
all of that is correct.
100%. I give him that. Yeah, definitely. I give him that too.
Definitely, he does have those where it's like those are good points for young men to just have a little bit of what would you call it? A little bit of discipline. That comes a long way, you know.
Most
Cleaning your
definitely.
room every
I'll
day,
give 'em
making
that.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of that is cool. I agree with that. Working out, trying to
Confidence,
stay strong,
being
right?
confident.
Being confident in yourself, not just following the crowd, standing by yourself and being able to be confident, standing by yourself against the crowd. All of that I agree with too. But it's just this whole jargon where, like, I don't know, he has something against women.
He has said some, yeah, he could get that little vibes. He has said some weird shit, dog.
Yeah, he just has, yeah.
He definitely said something along the line as he wouldn't, like, if his daughter got cheated on, he told her to stay with the guy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know what I
That's
mean?
crazy talk.
Yeah, so, man, I get what he's trying to say, but, yeah, you
Nah,
gotta
I
have
believe
some
you should have
respect.
for yourself more than anything.
And you gotta
right.
have respect for women, dog, because, you know, dog, like, honestly, like, women, they do the most, dog. Like, they're like the backbone to the family, dog. Without them, the family's nothing, dog.
Right. I'll
You
say
know?
this, maybe not all women, but those women that are great women that stay by their husbands and they have a great, the world wouldn't be here without those women.
Most
for sure.
definitely, dog. And they
All
do
the beautiful
most.
mothers out there, shout out to all the beautiful mothers out there.
They do the most, dog. So to finish off with Andrew Tate, so he got banned and then he ended up like going out of country.
Right.
He went to like Romania. I
Yep.
guess
Romania was correct. Yep.
something like that, right? And they like charged him with some crazy charges. Like
Yeah, they arrested him and everything. Him and
I
his
want to
brother
say it
all
was like
correct.
for like grape.
I think it was
And,
like, something like
something like that, dog. Him and his brother. Yeah, you're right.
that. Yeah, it was him and his brother.
So he was out there for about 3 years. So the reason I bring all this up is recently he's been doing
came back
interviews
over
because
here.
he came back.
Right.
I want to say like this month or some shit, dog.
Right,
And
right.
he's been all over. He's been like on 3 fucking interviews as well,
Right,
dog.
different
So
podcasts.
DJ Blad, you know, Andrew
Valuetainment,
Tate.
I think he was on Valuetainment.
Yeah, they've been coming out, and that's where I've been listening to what he has to say. And again, he has some positive shit going on, but
Right.
a lot of it I could see where it's just like, yeah, you're just talking out of your ass. You know what I mean?
Right, 100%.
And just making these little narratives.
Right, stereotypes and just like false narratives. He's generalizing people, which I don't really like. When you can't really generalize a whole group.
A lot of people do that. Yeah,
Yeah.
they seem to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
So my thing is, dog. My question to you, Tigre, is it goes back to that whole Bob Lazar thing,
Okay. Now,
where it's like when you have too much knowledge, too much power,
right.
they try to like limit you, dog.
Right.
You get me? Like if you're not the law or something, right? Or
If
no?
you're not part
What
of
do
the
you think?
government-
Because I mean, like I said, I know you don't agree a lot with what he says, but because of his power,
The message he was having,
it had enough impact
right,
to make
to silence him.
to silence him, dog.
Yeah, if you gotta silence somebody, that means you're wrong already off the bat because you shouldn't be silencing nobody. I feel like everybody, as long as you're not calling for violence or doxing somebody where you're giving people's addresses out, stuff like that, you should be able to say whatever you want. And if people want to listen to it, then we should.
What is it?
see
Freedom
the
of
reason.
speech, right?
Yeah,
Freedom
we
of
should be able
speech,
to see, look for the reason why do kids want to listen to this? Like, what is it about this guy that kids are looking for? Because obviously it looks like they were looking for like a manly father figure, which they weren't for the last couple of years. Especially the younger generation. I feel they've been, your toxic masculinity and this and that, so they don't know how to express, how to be a man and how to express being a man, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a whole nother deep topic, dog. Like to get into, as far as like you're trying to say that more younger men are not as taking the male role. Is that?
I feel like they made the younger generation a bit more feminine than all of the generations before.
The social media, right?
Social media, just everybody, like the universities, all of that. I feel like it's all of that, that they've been pushing. Where I feel like these young men, they want to feel like men, but they don't know how.
Huh?
Right.
There's
Everything is real sensitive.
Yeah.
Everything is cancel them right away. You can't debate nobody no more because everybody wants to yell and call you names right off the back if they don't agree with you. But it's crazy.
That kind of reminds me of like, don't be a menace, dog.
No,
wait, hold on. Yeah, I know it's funky, but check it out, right? Like, do you think they'll make a movie like that nowadays?
Yeah, I think they could. They'll get a lot of backlash. They'll get a lot.
Like, what movie has like that?
What was it? I think Bad Dads or Bad Parents or something like
Was
that.
it?
Or Bad Grandparents. I think one of them with Bill Burr was pretty funny, even though Bill Burr is a whole nother subject right now. He's kind of going crazy right now.
I don't know about that. Educate me on that one, bro.
Yeah, Bill Burr.
I really don't know. That's what
Bill Burr's always been like a super anti-woke guy. He's always been like super talking shit about everything.
What other movies did he come out in?
Bill Burr's more of a comedian. He's a stand-up comedian. He really did movies like that. But like now he's just turned all woke all of a sudden where he's like bashing like he's going kind of cuckoo down the left lane for
But
sure.
what's he bashing, dog?
He's bashing like Elon Musk and like saying, he's just
when
going.
You say left lane, what does that mean?
A lefty is a Democrat, like with the there's the left and the right, the Democrats and the Republicans, which they both suck to me, but
then that's when all those other words start coming into play, right?
Right, liberal and conservative and all of those words.
Yeah, so for so for the homies that are watching, so that you can kind of get an educational feel on that, because I'm not too familiar with that, dog. But what I do know is when they say liberal, I think a liberal is like somebody that is freelance, that they're not Republican, right?
Yeah, that's the other side. Yeah.
No, but liberals are Democrats? Or they're just nothing.
No, liberals are on the Democrat side.
Oh, okay.
Conservatives would be on the Republican side.
Okay, conservative will be like the more Christian type, right?
Correct. Yep.
And then liberal will be like they're not Christian, they're just more like wildflowers, fucking.
Well, that's
and shit.
That's what you would call a classical liberal. Right now, liberals are like rainbow hipsters? And rainbow hipsters? Hair and rainbow and blue hair and pushing that agenda right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what the liberals.
But see, that goes back to like generalizing people, don't you think?
No, that's what's happening. It's not generalizing when it's happening. If they're the ones pushing the agenda, then it's not really generalizing.
Yeah, because I wouldn't consider myself no party.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm an independent voter. I don't. Well, first of all, I really don't even vote. But yeah, I'm an independent.
Go off of instinct.
I'm an independent thinker, and that's the way I see it.
All right, man. We're about 40 minutes in, dog. We don't want to go too much on this, especially on politics and all that. But look, check this out, man. For the next episode, let us know if you guys want us to touch a little bit more on the Andrew Tate, the B-Lad, the no jumper, the whole little sting operation. Because honestly, dog, like with all that content, there's like lots of content on that.
You could just keep going with that.
With them, you could keep going. Like it's ridiculous, dog. And as far as the Cain Velasquez, I think that was pretty much it. So good luck to him.
Yep.
And I think I'd like to end this last topic with maybe like a conspiracy, dog. Or what do you think?
Well, we could do that. I also want to introduce this segment called Shine the Light. In this new segment, I'm gonna just be shining the light on any Hispanic, Latino who served in our military and died and fought for the country. I feel sometimes our stories, when it comes to the Hispanics and the Latinos, they're not really told when you talk about the great fighters in this country that served the military.
Most definitely.
So with Shine the Light, I want to be shining the light on, our stories and our soldiers that fought for our country. Today I'll start with David B. Berkeley Cantun. He was a Mexican American. He fought in World War I, where he won the Medal of Honor.
Damn.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to the whole Cantun family for sure.
By any chance, did you have an idea of what he did for that?
No, I don't. I actually don't.
Maybe we'll let you guys in on the next one.
Yeah, or somebody else look into why he won the Medal of Honor and let us know in the comments.
Yeah, definitely.
And then the last people I want to shine the light on would be the Aztec Eagles. A lot of people don't know about this, but there was a squadron. I believe it was the 201st Squadron in Mexico. They were fighters. They were aviators.
So they were in the Mexican army?
Yeah, they were in the Mexican army. Yeah, they were pilots, and they fought with the United States in the Pacific against the Japanese, where they fought, I want to say, over close to 2,000 hours fighting with Americans. Yeah, and they were there fighting. They're called the Aztec Eagles, Los Águilas Aztecas, and I want to shine the light on them too, man. Shout out to them.
And you know what, dog? And honestly, all these are really good shorts, dog.
Yeah, for sure. Everybody should look up these stories. And I feel people always just hear of, Latinos, and they always think gangs or, drugs. Yeah. Where I feel like there's a lot of people that don't know we've been there fighting around.
Oh, yeah, most definitely, dog.
So I want to shine the light on, all the good, all the positivity.
As a Hispanic, coming from that Hispanic culture, Grams, dog, went to World War II.
Oh, damn, that's dope.
Shout out to Grams,
shout
man.
Shout out to Grams, for sure.
Roque Garcia, dog.
Shout out to Roque.
That was his name. His name was Roquo, I think. Roque.
Nice.
Or something like that, dog. That's my Grams, dog. That's like my dad's dad and
that's
shit.
That's good lineage right there.
Yeah, and he was in the Pacific War, like in World War II. So basically, he was more in the Asian countries, dog.
Fighting the Pacific, fighting the Philippines, and all those.
He was a smaller type guy like me, but he actually carried the BAR, dog.
Oh, the bar, yup. That was a machine weapon. That was a machine gun.
A little bit,
fully automatic machine gun. He was laying cover fire so everybody could move up.
Yep. And man, he knew. Just for a minute, let's hop on that, man, because I like guns. Do you guys like guns? Let us know in the comments, man, if you guys want us to talk about it, man. So I used to like that World War II thing, man.
For sure.
And so from what I remember, dog, in World War II, just, for a quick minute, dog, just for fun. we had the M1 Grand,
Yep.
right? The
M1
M1 Grand
Grand.
was like the one you just cocked back and it was like clink,
It
clink,
was a
clink.
little. Yep.
That one was dope, dog.
It's a very accurate weapon.
And then they had like the Colt 45, was it?
The Colt
like
45.
the us Americans had that one,
Yep.
no?
The 45.
For,
yep.
as a sidearm.
Sidearm
That
pistol.
one was bad too,
The
dog.
pistol, very nice.
Yeah, remember Saving Private Ryan, dog?
100%. Great movie. Great movie.
And then ooh man, the Tommy gun, dog.
The Tommy gun for sure. Yep. And they had the mags instead of the round barrels. Right here, they would have the magazine.
Ooh. Yeah, if one day when I'm old, dog, and I'm like on some retired shit, I want to have a gun collection, dog.
Yep, that'd be cool.
And I definitely would want a Tommy gun, dog.
Yeah, that's
what
a
was that,
classic.
a 9 or was it a 4.5?
I believe they came in 4.5s, if I'm correct.
No shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were bad, dog.
Yeah, that's a beautiful weapon.
And then could you imagine like the Germans, dog? They used to have, I think,
Oh, they had
bolt
weapons.
action, dog.
Nah, they had a lot of fully automatic weapons too.
Oh,
over
yeah?
there. Yeah, no, they had machine guns, bro. They had, those Germans had state-of-the-art weapons. Probably the best weapons in the war, honestly.
I remember the Ruger. Was it the
Ruger,
handgun?
The handgun.
Oh, that was pretty bad.
Very
dog.
expensive, never jammed, very reliable weapon.
Or was it the Panther? No, that was the tank. That was a tank.
Yep.
Dang, they were bad, dog.
No, the Germans definitely had state-of-the-art weapons for sure.
Most definitely. Let us know if you guys want us to get into that kind of stuff too, man. Like Vietnam War and the guns that they use there and all that shit. Because I like all that shit. Secretly, dog, I love all that shit, dog.
Yeah.
I think if I wasn't this or whatever, I probably would have joined the military, dog.
Wouldn't have been a bad idea for sure.
So anyways, so let's go right ahead and get into the conspiracy, right?
Okay.
So the homie Mike West, shout out to the homie Mikey,
Shout
dog.
out to Mike.
He had requested this one, dog.
Okay.
And he actually requested another one that's like a hot topic, dog.
Okay.
We're about 40. We might be able to touch it, maybe, depending
go.
on how long we last on this one.
Right, let's get it.
He said something about the walls, dog. Oh man,
The
what
walls,
was it?
what do
The
you mean?
walls.
The ice walls?
The ice walls, was it?
Okay, the ice walls. Yeah, that whole little conspiracy. So the ice walls, that has to do a little bit with the flat Earth. They believe that there's
Whoa. Sorry.
ice walls surrounding the Earth, right?
Sorry. Wait. Hold on. What?
Right.
Flat Earth, dog.
Yeah. So there's a story of an admiral called Admiral E. Byrd, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
And he claims he flew over Antarctica, where somewhere in Antarctica, like a beam hit his aircraft and it sucked him into like a hollow earth type of thing.
Yeah.
Where in there was like a city he's never seen before. It was super high tech, and there was civilizations living under there, saying that they've been alarmed because we set off nuclear weapons, and that they don't like that we're not the only ones living here. That it's not only our planet, we're sharing it with other beings, and that they don't like that. They don't want no more nuclear weapons to go off. And
So who doesn't want that? The beings?
The beings inside of the Earth, that live inside of the
So
Earth.
who is this fool?
He was an admiral. He was actually a pilot for the Navy. He was a real pilot.
I wonder if that fool was doing mushrooms, dog.
Who knows? But that's where that whole story comes from. And then that's where you get like the whole like kind of firmament and the ice walls. But you had mentioned something about what about the satellites?
The satellites. Well, yeah. Well, that was last time I think we were talking about it, me and Tigre, about because I was telling him how is it the world flat,
right?
But then you have like a satellite looking at it and it's like a sphere,
right? And
unless they're made up.
And I was telling you, so they say if you look into it, they say there's about like I don't know thousands. I want to say thousands of satellites rotating the Earth right now, right? But if you really look into it, like at least when it comes to internet and all of the phone companies, T-Mobile, AT&T, all of those, they don't have no satellites up there. All of that is ran through submarine cables. You can just Google submarine cables and you'll see that none of our internet, none of our data, none of the phones, none of the phone companies, they don't have satellites up there. None of them are running through satellites. They're all running through submarine cables that are connect under the ocean from continent to continent. And that's how we get all of our data. That's how we get all of our streaming, our live streaming, everything comes from these of high fiber optic cables that are under the water.
I think you showed me like a video or a picture and they were like fat, right?
There's some big cables, yeah. And they connect continent to continent, and that's how we've been using communication since the phone's been around. We've been using this technique for a long time. It's nothing new.
Dog. That makes me think. Because they would have to go through the ocean, right?
Yeah, they laid on the floor. They laid on the ocean floor.
How long does it take to get from one side, from New York to like England?
I want to say on boat is about 3 days. When you look into it, when people Google it, when people Google submarine cables, you'll see that there's millions, and I want to say millions of submarine miles of cables under the water. Like there's miles and miles that connect the whole Earth.
So do you think that's where like the underwater welding comes in hand.
A lot of underwater welding, a lot of these
Those
cables,
are like high-paying jobs from what I hear, dog.
right? These cables, if I'm correct, they're laid by these massive ships that are just like there's cables intertwined, and they just go in a straight line and just lay these cables in the ocean
They
floor.
make good money from what I hear. Shout out to the homie Joseph, dog. He was in the military actually, dog.
Right.
I want to say he fucking got to see like some action, dog.
I think shout out to him. Thank you for your service.
Was it Kuwait? I'm not sure where they were at, dog, but I want to say like fool, I guess he got hit by a fucking fragment, hit his tank or not tank.
Right.
What do you call it? The
Humvee.
The Humvee. There you go. Or the something like that, man. Yeah. So, anyways, my point is that he's underwater welder, dog.
Oh man, that's what's up. That's cool.
Yeah, but I could imagine that's a dangerous job, dog.
Dangerous, yeah, for sure. Dangerous. They get paid good, but it's very dangerous.
But wait a minute, I have my okay, so I'm gonna have to like pick at your brain a little bit, dog.
Go for it.
Definitely gonna have to pick at your brain, my boy.
Go for it.
So when you get deep into the ocean, right? Hear me out. It gets really fucking deep.
Right.
I'm talking about ridiculously deep.
Correct.
So if that's the case, you're telling me that the wires are just hanging in the water?
Nah, they're not hanging in the water. They're laid
so it
down
goes
on the
all
ground.
the way down.
Yeah, somehow, some way they have them laid down all the way in the ground. And this story about the ice wall, there's a book called The Navigator Who Crossed the Ice Walls and the Lands That Lay Behind It. And that book is the whole story about the ice walls and somebody who supposedly got through the ice walls. And so the theory goes, there's an ice wall surrounding the earth, right? Mm-hmm. And behind the ice wall, there's more land that we don't know about that they've been hiding from us. And that goes with this whole theory of the ice walls and the land and, the land that are behind it that they've been hiding.
Damn, that's some really deep thinking, dog.
Yeah, that's one of the cool conspiracies. I like it. I like to just take my mind there. But I'm not sure if that one really, holds any truth. But
I've heard of the whole flat thing. Oh, man, I don't know, dog.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can believe that one, dog. That's just me, though. That's just me. Yeah.
Yeah, that one's a little fishy. The whole ice wall thing. One thing I will say for sure, though, people look into it. The submarine cables, there's no satellites like they say. There's not thousands of satellites up there. That's wrong.
Let us know what you guys think, man. Shout out to Mike West. I hope that kind of touched on what you were talking about. If so, let me know, dog. Talk to you later, dog. We'll chop it up about that in person. And the whole submarine cables, definitely I'm going to look into that too.
Yeah, people look up.
I have some questions, dog. Just like I got questions on that ice wall, dog.
100%.
You get me? So
100%.
There's a lot of controversial things going on because I know when you go real deep down into the ocean, dog, there's like pressure as well, dog. Which I'm pretty sure metal can take, right?
Right. Yeah. These cables should be,
sure the cables can take it.
100%.
But I'm talking about... I don't. You know what? I don't think I believe it, dog. I don't think they go all the way down, dog. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you why. Because if there was underwater welders, you're telling me they're gonna go like miles down.
They go down. There's people who
but those are like special submarines.
No, but check it out. There's people actually who go live so far down in the water where they have to like take this special breathing gas and they have to live down there. They can't just come up. Once you go down a certain length, if you just come up real fast, there's bubbles that will pressure up in your body and they'll kill you. So you have to come up very slowly. There's people who live like, I'm talking about miles under the water for sure, miles. In a little kind of, not a prison cell, but like something where like, it's insane.
Like a fucking a submarine.
Right. No, deep in the water.
What was that one submarine movie? U-571? Was it that one? That one was hard.
Yeah, that movie was good too.
Imagine that. But yeah, man.
But no, if you look it up, the submarine cables, just Google it. You'll find them. And they actually have a map of where they're located at in the ground.
Check that out, dog. I'm going to definitely have to check that out.
So the satellite thing, for sure. There's no satellites up there. We do not get like internet from satellites. That's wrong. It's all from the cables in the water. Submarine cables. Look them up.
All right, man. Definitely, dog. We're about to go in about an hour.
Yep.
The homie, he also wanted us to touch on a subject, but I think we'll go ahead and do that for the next episode.
Okay, what's the subject?
The N-word. It was the N-word. I'm a little tired now because we've been about 50 minutes in, dog, and we'll get into it and we'll do a real good one.
You want to get a little controversial? That's cool. We'll tackle that though.
Yeah.
On the next one.
On the next one, dog.
We'll tackle it for sure.
We got about 10 minutes left. Tigre, you wanna drop a little something before we end it? Anything you want, dog. Anything you want.
Not really. I just want to say thank you to everybody who's been listening and supporting. I really appreciate it.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. And definitely, we appreciate each and every view. I think
every comment, every like. Thank you for the interaction.
250 on the first episode. I think 150 on the second one. And the second one, I didn't push like that. Like I just
You just
put
threw
it out there. Yeah.
Yep.
The first one I did, you know, like try to like spread it out, and it worked. You know, definitely worked.
Nice.
His shorts are definitely going up. I think they're almost to 1,000. I think on one of them.
Cool.
And we only posted about 3 of them.
Right,
We've been lagging it, dog. We're really busy people, man.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
I gotta make a couple more.
Yeah, we usually cut it off with these videos.
Right. Yep.
You know, and then maybe, dog, like maybe I've been wanting. I was telling him that I have a homie I want to interview.
Yep.
We'll try to get some interview. Hey, man, let us know in the comments.
Yep.
Let us know in the comments. You know, whatever you guys want us to cover. You know, and we'll look into it, dog. Most definitely.
Yep. Any conspiracies, anything.
And reactions, as the homie was telling me, he wanted me to react to like memes and shit.
Okay. Yep. Yep.
I might like you know, I'm an artist, dog, so I might do like graffiti.
Yeah, or maybe like
reactions.
botch tattoos or something
Anything,
like that. Yeah,
well, that's a good idea too.
Yeah, since you're a tattoo artist. Yep.
You know, he's really educated on sports, so you know, Theta is gonna be kind of covering a lot more on that.
Yep, I'll drop a couple of more shorts.
And conspiracies and all that good stuff. There was definitely a lot to talk about today, you know, with the whole all the shit that we're talking about. And yeah, bro, I think we're ready to close this off, man.
Yeah, man, thank you for everybody.
We're gonna be dropping this tonight, you know. I'll probably spread it out in the morning, you know. I'll let people know, hey, check this out, or yeah, probably in the morning, and that way while they're at work and shit, they can do their thing, man.
Yes, sir.
And then hopefully maybe like on the 10th episode, we'll do like a giveaway or some shit.
Yeah, we'll make a little logo that we have brewing up, and then we'll put it maybe on a shirt or a hat or something, or a hoodie maybe, and then we'll just drop it. We'll drop it to like the first maybe 10 people or 5 subscribers.
And we're really open to like collaborating, dog. We're you know what I mean? Like, we're just open to anything. Just let us know, and we'll get on it. Me personally, and I think that too, we like to listen to podcasts, so we're really up on game and all that, and names and all that, but it's just so much to talk about all in one. We don't want to like put it all in one fucking episode, right?
Yep.
So yeah, man, good looking out.
Thank you, everybody.
Let us know. There you go. Oh shit, duh. I forget I have to fucking pause it right here. Yeah, now